Before anything goes wrong today, before the stress finds you, before the pressure starts building, before your thoughts begin to spiral, you need to pause right here. There's a reason you're here in this moment. Not by accident, not randomly. Something in you knew you shouldn't just rush into today like every other day. Something in you sensed that if you don't anchor yourself first, the day could easily control you instead of the other way around. Because let's be honest, how many times have you started your day already feeling behind? Already feeling anxious? Already carrying yesterday's weight into today? That's exactly how the day begins to slip. Not in big, dramatic ways, but in small, quiet moments. A rushed morning, a distracted mind, a heart that hasn't been centered. And before you even realize it, your peace is gone. But today, we're not doing that. Today is different. Before anything goes wrong, before the noise, before the pressure, before the unexpected, you're choosing to come into alignment. You're choosing to invite God into this day first, not as an afterthought, not as a last resort, but as your foundation. Because when you start with God, everything shifts. The same problems may come, but they won't carry the same weight. The same challenges may appear, but they won't shake you the same way. The same day unfolds, but you walk through it differently. Stronger, calmer, covered. So right now, don't rush. Don't skip ahead. This moment matters more than you think. Take a breath, slow down your thoughts, and just become aware that God is already here with you. You don't have to chase Him. You don't have to earn His presence. He's already present, waiting for you to acknowledge Him, to invite Him, to make space for Him in your day. And that's what you're doing right now. You're making space. Because when you don't, something else will fill it. Stress will fill it. Fear will fill it. Distraction will fill it. And suddenly, your day is driven by pressure instead of peace. But not today. Today, you're choosing differently. Right now, in this quiet moment, begin to shift your focus away from everything that could go wrong and turn it toward the one who holds everything together. God already sees your day, every conversation, every decision, every unexpected moment. Nothing catches Him off guard. And that means you don't have to walk into today unprepared. You don't have to rely on your own strength. You don't have to figure everything out before it happens. You don't have to carry the weight of what if. Because when you place this day in God's hands before it begins, you're not just hoping things go well. You're trusting that no matter what happens, you're covered. That changes everything. It changes how you respond when something frustrates you. It changes how you think when doubt creeps in. It changes how you carry yourself when pressure rises. Instead of reacting, you move with intention. Instead of worrying, you walk with confidence. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you stay grounded. And it all starts right here, right now. This is the moment where your day begins to shift. Not externally yet, but internally. And that's where real change always starts. So don't underestimate what you're doing. This isn't just a routine. This isn't just something nice to do in the morning. This is positioning. Positioning your heart before the chaos. Positioning your mind before the noise. Positioning your spirit before the battle. Because yes, every day carries its own challenges. Some you expect, some you don't. But when you begin with God, you're not stepping into those challenges alone. You're stepping into them covered, guided, and strengthened. And maybe that's exactly what you've been missing. Not more effort, not more control, not more planning, but more alignment, more presence, more surrender. Because trying to control your entire day is exhausting. But trusting God with your day, that brings peace. And that peace isn't something the world can give you. It's not based on everything going right. It's not dependent on people, circumstances, or outcomes. It comes from knowing, deep down, that no matter what happens today, you are not alone. So as you prepare your heart for this prayer, let go of the need to have everything figured out. Let go of the pressure to control every outcome. Let go of the fear of what might go wrong, because you're about to place this day into God's hands, and that is the safest place it could ever be. Stay right here. Don't rush past this moment, because what you're about to do next could change everything about how your day unfolds. Heavenly Father, before anything else touches this day, I come to you first. Not rushed, not distracted, but present, because I recognize that without you, it's so easy for my thoughts to drift, for my emotions to take over, and for my day to move in a direction I never intended. So right now I pause, and I invite you in. God, I give you this day, every moment of it. The parts I'm looking forward to, and the parts I'm not. The things I can plan, and the things I can't control. The conversations I expect, and the ones that will catch me off guard. I place all of it into your hands. Go before me today, Lord. Walk into every room before I get there. Touch every situation before I face it. Prepare every heart I will encounter. Let nothing take me by surprise that you have not already seen. And when things don't go the way I expect, and I know sometimes they won't, help me not to react out of frustration, fear, or impatience. Instead, give me a calm spirit. Remind me in those moments that you are still in control. Father, guard my mind today. Protect it from negative thoughts, from doubt, from overthinking, from fear that tries to grow bigger than my faith. When my thoughts begin to spiral, pull me back. When anxiety tries to rise, quiet it with your presence. Replace every restless thought with peace. The kind of peace that doesn't always make sense, but is steady, deep, and unshakable. Guard my heart as well. Keep it soft, not hardened by stress. Keep it steady, not shaken by circumstances. Keep it focused, not distracted by things that don't truly matter. Help me to respond with patience when I'm tested, with kindness when it's difficult, with wisdom when I'm unsure, and when I feel overwhelmed, even for a moment. Remind me that I don't have to carry everything on my own, because I was never meant to. God, give me clarity today. In every decision, big or small, guide me. When I'm unsure what to do, don't let me rush into choices out of pressure. Slow me down enough to hear you, because one wrong decision made in haste can create unnecessary weight. But one moment of listening to you can change everything. So teach me to listen, not just in this moment, but throughout the entire day. In the quiet nudges, in the subtle pauses, in the moments where something doesn't feel right. Help me to recognize your voice above everything else. Father, I also ask for strength. Not just physical strength, but emotional and mental strength. Strength when I feel tired. Strength when I feel unmotivated. Strength when things don't go as planned. And most importantly, strength to stay grounded in you no matter what happens. Because it's easy to feel strong when everything is going well, but real strength is revealed in how I stand when things are not. So hold me steady today. Don't let small frustrations steal my peace. Don't let unexpected problems shift my focus. Don't let temporary moments create lasting stress. Remind me that this day is bigger than any single moment. And even when something feels overwhelming, it is still under your control. God, I surrender my expectations to you. Sometimes I build up in my mind how things should go, how people should respond, how situations should unfold. But today I release that, because your plan is always better than mine, even when I don't understand it in the moment. So instead of trying to control everything, help me to trust you in everything. Trust you in the delays. Trust you in the interruptions. Trust you in the unexpected turns. Knowing that nothing is wasted when my life is in your hands. Father, place a covering over this day, over my steps, over my words, over my decisions. Protect me from anything that is not meant for me. Redirect anything that could harm me. And align me with everything that is part of your purpose for today. And if something does go wrong, if something doesn't go the way I hoped, remind me immediately to come back to you. Not after I've stressed. Not after I've overthought, but in that exact moment, because that's where peace is found again. Not in perfect circumstances, but in your presence. So today I choose to walk with you, not ahead of you, not behind you, but with you, step by step, moment by moment, no matter what comes. And I trust that because I started this day with you, I will not face it alone. You didn't come this far just to say the words and move on. You came to receive something. And sometimes, the most powerful part of prayer isn't just what you say. It's what settles in your spirit after. So right now, let it settle. Let the peace you just asked for begin to take root. Let the weight you just released stay off your shoulders. Let the presence of God linger, not just in this moment, but carry into everything you're about to step into. Because something just shifted. You may not see it yet. You may not feel something dramatic. But alignment doesn't always feel loud. It often feels quiet, steady, grounded. And that's exactly what you need. As you go into your day, remember this: you've already done the most important thing. Before the emails, before the conversations, before the decisions, you chose God first. And that choice sets the tone for everything else. So when something tries to go wrong today, and at some point something might, don't panic. Don't fall back into old patterns. Instead, pause. Even if it's just for a few seconds, pause and remember this moment. Remember that you already placed this day in God's hands. That means you don't have to take it back just because something feels difficult. You don't have to carry stress just because something didn't go as planned. You don't have to lose your peace just because something unexpected happened. Come back to this. Silently, in your mind, you can say, God, I trust you with this too. That's it. You don't need a long prayer every time. You don't need the perfect words. You just need to stay connected. Because peace isn't something you create once. It's something you return to again and again throughout the day. And the more you return to God in those small moments, the more stable you become, the more grounded you feel, the less shaken you are. And slowly, without even realizing it, your entire way of moving through life begins to change. You stop reacting so quickly. You stop overthinking every detail. You stop letting small things ruin your entire mood. Not because life became easier, but because you became anchored. Anchored in something deeper than circumstances. So today, walk differently. Walk with awareness. When you enter a room, carry peace with you. When you speak, let your words be steady, not rushed. When you think, notice when your mind starts drifting and gently bring it back. Not with pressure, but with intention. Because you're not just going through your day anymore. You're walking with God through it. And that changes everything. Also, be careful what you allow into your mind today. What you listen to. What you focus on. What you dwell on. Because whatever fills your mind will eventually shape your emotions. And your emotions will influence your actions. So protect your peace. Not everything deserves your attention. Not every thought deserves to stay. If something starts pulling you into stress, negativity, or fear, recognize it early and let it go. Replace it with truth. Replace it with trust. Replace it with the quiet confidence that you are covered. And if you forget because you might, don't be discouraged. Just come back again. That's the beauty of this. You can return to God at any moment. Not just in the morning. Not just in quiet spaces. But right in the middle of your day. In the middle of stress.in, the middle of pressure.in, the middle of uncertainty. He's still there. Still guiding. Still strengthening. Still giving you peace. You're never too far into your day to reconnect. So as you move forward from this moment, carry this with you. You are not starting your day alone. You are not facing anything unprepared. You are not walking without direction. God has already gone before you. And because of that, you can walk forward with confidence. Not because everything will go perfectly, but because no matter what happens, you are grounded in something greater. Let that truth stay with you. And as you step into the rest of your day, don't just hope it goes well. Expect that something good can still happen. Expect peace to remain. Expect strength to show up when you need it. Expect clarity to come at the right time. Because when your day begins with God, it doesn't just start differently. It unfolds differently. Go forward in that. And don't forget, if anything tries to go wrong today, you already prayed. You're already covered. You don't have to go through your day trying to hold on to every word you just prayed. You don't have to force yourself into some kind of constant spiritual intensity. But you do need to stay aware. Aware of when your mindset starts shifting. Aware of when stress begins creeping in. Aware of when your peace starts slipping. Because it won't happen all at once. It never does. It happens gradually. A small frustration you ignore. A negative thought you entertain a little too long. A moment where you rush instead of pausing. And suddenly, without realizing it, you feel exactly how you didn't want to feel today. But now you're different. Now you know how to catch it early. The moment you feel that shift, don't continue in it. Interrupt it. Even if it feels small. Even if it feels insignificant. Pause right there and realign. Take a breath. And bring yourself back to truth. You can quietly remind yourself, I already gave this day to God. I don't have to carry this. I choose peace over pressure. That's how you stay grounded. Not by avoiding challenges, but by responding to them differently. And here's something powerful to remember. You don't need a perfect day to have a peaceful day. Things might still go wrong. Plans might still change. People might still disappoint you. But none of those things have the authority to control your inner state unless you give it to them. And today you're choosing not to. You're choosing to stay rooted. Rooted in trust when things feel uncertain. Rooted in calm when things feel chaotic. Rooted in faith when things don't make sense. That's where your strength comes from now. Not from everything going right, but from staying anchored even when things don't. And as you move through your day, don't forget to look for the good. Not in a forced way, but in an intentional way. Because when your mind is only scanning for problems, it will always find them. But when you begin to notice the small moments, the unexpected ease, the quiet peace, the little things that go right, you start to see that God is moving in ways you might have missed before. A conversation that goes better than expected. A delay that actually works in your favor. A moment of clarity right when you needed it. These aren't accidents. These are reminders. Reminders that you're not walking through this day alone. So don't rush past them. Acknowledge them, even if it's just a simple, quiet, "Thank you, God." That keeps your heart connected. That keeps your awareness sharp. That keeps your spirit aligned. And one more thing, give yourself grace today. You're not going to do everything perfectly. There might be moments where you forget everything you just felt right now. Moments where you react too quickly, think too negatively, or feel more overwhelmed than you expected. That doesn't mean you've failed. It just means you're human. What matters is not whether you stumble, it's how quickly you return. So when it happens, don't stay there. Don't sit in frustration. Don't carry guilt. Just come back. Come back to peace. Come back to trust. Come back to God. Again and again, as many times as you need. Because every time you return, you realign. And that's how your entire day stays covered. Not by being perfect, but by staying connected. So now, as you step fully into this day, carry this confidence with you. You are prepared. You are guided. You are covered. Not because you figured everything out, but because you chose to begin with God. Let that be enough. Let that steady you. Let that lead you. And no matter what happens from here, you don't have to face it the way you used to. Because today didn't start the same. And because of that, it won't unfold the same either. You're not just preparing for a peaceful moment. You're preparing for real life. So let's make something clear right now. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the presence of God in the middle of them. That means your peace today isn't fragile. It's not something that breaks the moment something goes wrong. It's something that holds, even when things feel unstable. But only if you stay connected to the source of it. That's your responsibility today. Not to control everything, not to fix everything, but to stay connected. And sometimes that connection is going to look very simple. In the middle of your day, you might feel pressure rising, and instead of letting it build, you just pause for a second and whisper, "God, I need you right now." That's connection. You might be facing a decision and feel unsure. And instead of rushing, you take a breath and say, "Guide me." That's connection. You might feel your emotions starting to take over. And instead of reacting immediately, you step back internally and remind yourself, "I don't have to respond this way." That's connection. It doesn't always look dramatic, but it is powerful. Because every small moment of connection keeps you aligned. And alignment changes everything. It changes how you carry stress. It changes how you handle pressure. It changes how quickly you recover when something goes wrong. So don't underestimate the small moments today. They matter more than the big ones. Now here's something else you need to be aware of. Your energy today is going to influence more than just you. The way you show up, the way you speak, the way you respond, it affects the people around you, which means you have the ability to bring either peace or tension into every space you enter. So choose carefully. When others are rushing, be steady. When others are frustrated, be calm. When others are negative, stay grounded. Not because you're trying to be different, but because you are different when you're walking in alignment. You don't have to match the environment. You can shift it just by how you show up. And that doesn't require perfection. It requires awareness. Awareness of what you're carrying and what you're releasing into the atmosphere around you. So today, carry peace intentionally. Carry patience intentionally. Carry clarity intentionally. Because what you carry, you will spread. And here's the powerful part. When you stay aligned like this, you start to notice something change. Not just inside you, but around you. Situations don't escalate as quickly. Conversations feel different. You respond instead of react. And even when something tries to go wrong, it doesn't take over the way it used to, because you're no longer easily shaken. Pray this before your day begins. Invite God in, receive peace, and walk covered no matter what comes. Don't wait until things go wrong. Subscribe now and start your day with God.